Welcome to another episode of The Grind. This one's going to be somewhat different. So, at times I do get frustrated and upset at wargaming, but today's episode will be dedicated to wargaming's customer service and a big thank you to wargaming and its customer service crew. So, recently we had an event with the Twister Cup FCM up for grabs, the 2019 FCM. Uh, with its special camo, and I was actually saving up for this tank. So when this event came, I thought that I was going to be able to get the tank, and I watched the streams, did the daily missions, and the event was ending in 7 hours and 33 minutes. The problem was is that the mission reset was in 7 hours and 33 minutes. So as it stood, I was 14 um, season coins short of the tank, and it was very frustrating, upsetting to say the least. The issue was with some of the missions, like the raiding battles. They were no raiding battles, so you could not get extra coins by completing that mission. So these added up to about 4 or 6, but I still would have been short in either case. And so basically, with 7 hours to go, I was short, and it was frustrating, to say the least. So what I did do with this time, I decided to take some action. So during the streams, there were some problems with the crates, and I tried to see if I could get some credits for some coins. Maybe it would add up to the ones I missed. Or I had 3,795 gold in my account. So I offered to trade that gold to get the FCM, which still would have been cheaper than buying the FCM outright, which is about, I think, 7,300 gold to get the FCM. Now, the thing is that what made this tank special was its special 2019 camo, which I thought was pretty cool. So I got a reply, and unfortunately, and I'm not angry with this. They said no, and so um, it was disappointing to say the least. And so as the event wound down, basically I had to make a choice. And so what it ended up being was I ended up trying to get the coins, and I also said too bad this event wasn't just a day longer, because that's all I needed was just 14 coins, which I could get with the daily missions in one more reset, one more mission reset for the daily missions. So now the story gets a little bit more interesting. The next day I log in, and booyah, I was stunned because the counter had reached zero and the timer was gone. But on November the 12th, the event had been extended by 14 hours and 11 minutes. And this was awesome. So they had some issues with the tournaments. A lot of people were short coins, and the container issue during the stream, and just various problems with their idea. And I was excited. I was like, you know what? I can get the tank now for free. I can do all I need is I can, and I looked at the missions, and I can do all 20 missions. No more for raiding battles, and so on and so forth. The problem was that before, since I was under the impression that the event had ended, and there was no indication or warning or news that they had extended the event for 14 hours, I used it on the 500 gold. And in using it, the season coins for the 500 gold, I was now short. And I was really upset. And so that meant that now, instead of being 14 coins short, I was short 144 coins. Now, my point was, if I had known that the event was being extended, I would have never used my season coins on the 500 gold stages. I would have got the FCM, which is the best option if you don't own the FCM. So I was panicking. So what did I do? So with 12 hours and 22 minutes, I hurriedly wrote a ticket to Wargaming to try and get this transaction reversed. I felt that I had a great case, that it wasn't my fault, and that I was not informed in the news tab or by the customer service agent. And I wanted to get those 144 season coins back. And so then I waited. I waited and I checked in again later, 5 hours and 15 minutes to go, and still no response from Wargaming and his customer service crew. So I waited anxiously. So now with 3 hours and 24 minutes to go, still waiting on a reply for customer service. And at this point, I was like, man, are they going to do it? Are they going to give me the FCM? I mean, it is not my fault. I really want this tank. I spent a lot of time with the daily missions. I watched the stream, and I thought it was kind of a unique way to do the rewards for the players. So I waited. And then the 3 hours and 24 minutes, now I checked in again with an hour and 58 minutes to go and no response from Wargaming. And at this point, I was really panicking. I was like, man, are they going to see my point and give me the FCM, which I rightly deserved? And so I waited some more, and I still did not get a response from customer service. And I was worried. I was a little bit upset, and I was hoping, man, they can do this. I know they've accommodated me in the past. Hopefully, they will accommodate me again, and I'll be a happy camper. So then finally, I get a response, and they said that I was 14 coins short, and their math was wrong. So they said no, that they did not give me the season coins back, and I could not believe it, and I was extremely angry. I was not happy, and I felt this was totally unfair. And I didn't know what to do. What was I to do? So I went to the Discord channel and went to the Twister Cup event on their Discord server, and I found this. And here I see that other players had had the same issue, and they actually got credited the FCM. And so I started to look a little bit more deeper, and I saw Nicholas Loma customer service had helped him. And then I saw this. Another player had been credited the FCM, and I was like, "What? Wait, there were many people who had the same issue as me." So that was the second case. And then, as I looked further, I saw a third case, and this third case, they did the same thing. And so this was great news for me. And I saw a fourth case, and I was like, you know what? Come on, man. So what do I do? So I decided to go ahead and not give up and send another brand new ticket to Wargaming and customer service to try to get this tank to me. I decided that, hey, I need to try. So I sent a separate ticket in, and I sent screenshots of my coins, and that I indeed had enough coins to get the tank. And I sent the ticket in, and I logged off. I was really kind of bummed out, and I was really sad and upset. And so, I didn't check. I figured, you know what, I don't think they're going to do it for me. And I was going to do one more thing. But then I logged in, and guess what happened? Wargaming customer service came through, and they rewarded me the FCM. I checked the news tab. I could not believe it. They came through and they saved me from this sadness. Not only did they give me the FCM, but they gave me the Twister Cup camo. And I got to tell you that this is what makes Wargaming a very unique company. When it comes down to it, I might complain about stuff, but when you get stuff like this for free, it is great. So I checked the ticket, and Ivan Abramenko customer service deserves some serious props. I appreciate what Wargaming customer service support did, and they decided to help me in this case. They deducted the 500 gold and credited me the FCM, and they admitted that they did not make the correct calculations in the season coins, and that I had indeed been truthful and correct in saying that I had enough coins. Thank you so much, Wargaming, for your awesome efforts. Thank you so much from Death Machine USA. You guys earned a master badge in customer service.